This video will guide you through the Bananasana, a yin yoga version of a lying side bend. You'll learn all about why you'd want to do the banana, its physiological and energetic benefits, and how to do the pose. You'll be shown a few alternative options for the banana. You'll also be shown how to get into the pose and what to do after you finish the pose. Once you know how and why you'd want to do the banana, visit the Bananasana Performed to be guided through the pose. You can find links to this video and more information about yin yoga at yinyoga.com. Hi, my name is Bernie Clark, the creator of yinyoga.com, and I'd like to introduce you to a delicious pose known as the Bananasana. The banana is a nice way to work the whole side of the body. Often I'll get people ask, what can I do to work my IT band? Well, actually the IT band is a pretty thick ligament. You're not going to stretch it. But tightness here is usually tightness in the muscles that connect the IT band to the ilium, the top of the hips here. And so the Bananasana is a great way to stretch through these muscles here, the tensor fasciae latae, the gluteus maximus. These are ones that really get tight. It also works through the intercostal ribs. It stretches the muscles here, and you can work into the stomach muscles, the obliques, the internal and external oblique muscles. Not too many yoga poses can really get into these areas. If you can keep the arm over your head in the Bananasana, you can also work through the armpits area here. The main concern here is for people who may feel tingling as they bring their arms over their head. Because there are anatomical structures, for some people our collarbone is shaped in such a way that when you bring the arm back, the collarbone presses onto a nerve bundle called the brachial plexus, which goes underneath the clavicle and innervates the arm. So in any yoga pose, when you bring the arm back or over your head, if you start to feel tingling, that's not a good sign. It means probably that you're compressing that nerve plexus, and if you ignore it, over time you can damage the nerve. So any tingling when the arms are over your head or up to the side is a sign that you should maybe bring the arms a little bit more up. You can rest the arms onto your forehead or onto a cushion, or simply bring the hands down. Some people with lower back issues are advised not to do deep lateral flexions of the spine. So if that's your situation, you might want to avoid this pose. Coming into the pose is very simple. Just lie down. Lie down with the legs together. And you may want to just come over to one side of your mat. So for demonstration purposes, I'm on the right side. You can then extend the arms over your head, clasping the elbows, and then simply move everything except your butt to the left. So you can walk the legs to the left, keep the legs together, then pull your upper body to the left. The thing to avoid here, for a lot of people who don't quite understand this pose, is rolling the hip up. That loses all the side stretch. So you keep the right buttock firmly glued to the floor as you move to the left. You want to get just to that place where you can feel an edge. Now from here, there's not too many options really. We're just hanging out here, feeling what we can feel. If the edge recedes, then simply move your legs more to the side, or move your upper body more to the side. Remember, if you get tingling in the arms, you can always support the arms onto a bolster. But again, if that doesn't stop the tingling, bring the hands down. Once you've reached what feels like your maximum edge, you can maybe make this a little bit more juicier by crossing the ankles. Generally, I find by moving the outside ankle over the inner ankle, I emphasize the stretch through the IT band more. However, some people find it juicier to do the other way. So you can experiment with it, find out what works better for you. Coming out of the pose is pretty simple. You simply uncross the ankles, move the legs back to the center, release the hands, and then some sort of counter movement is nice here. You can bend the knees, perhaps hug the knees in, circling the knees for a moment, or trying the windshield wipers. But the best counter pose for a deep side flexion to the right is the side flexion to the left. So we'll do the other side. In terms of our joints, basically what we're working here is a nice lateral flexion of the spine. But where most people feel this is through the side of the body. So here we're working the gallbladder meridian, which runs along the whole outside of the body, right through the side of the thighs. It makes a zigzag shape along the side of the ribs. And if you've got your arm overhead and you feel this through the upper arm and the armpit, you may also be stimulating the heart and lung meridians. The banana is a fairly yin-like pose, so you can marinate here for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can really allow yourself to ripen here. But we don't want any brown spots, so don't stay too long in this pose. I call this Bananasana, but I've been informed by some European students that according to European regulations, bananas are only allowed to be sold in Europe that are straight. I guess it's only in North America that we sell curved bananas. So for the people in Europe, you may not understand why this is called the Bananasana. I beg your forgiveness. Think of some other curvy name for this, the boomerang asana.